How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. It ended up having a pullback inside of the market, but I'm going to tell you guys a clear reason why that happened. And the reason being is I'm getting the messages, Dre, did you see BBIG? I'm like, of course I saw it. I keep it on my watch list. We did not put it on the daily watch list for this morning because, like I said, I was seeing the momentum. I was seeing what the volume was looking like, and it did not look like an attractive trade for today. But you know what? I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing that we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. Or what are some what are some levels that we need to look out for this momentum to actually come back into the stock. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We need to know what this is looking like. If we see the short volume is continuing to decrease, you want to keep an eye on that because that does have an impact and it does show you where the direction of the stock could be going. And then afterwards, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. Were institutions loading up on shares today? The reason why this is important, it does give us a bullish signal, but it also does tell us what's going on as far as the overall market sentiment, especially for the retail side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details, so let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.57, being down 2.95%. On the low, it tested $6.40, and then on the high, testing $6.95. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 22.418 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 63.535 million shares. So again, we have below average volume on the day for BBIG, and this is something that I wanted you guys to keep an eye on, and it's part of the reasons why we saw that there was pressure on the stock price. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is right around 49.76, so it's right in the middle. When we take a look at our moving averages here, we have strength above the 200-day as well as the 50-day, but you can see we have broken through the 21-day EMA, and we could see we ended up closing the day at 657. So I'm going to be looking for this to be an area of support going forward for BBIG, especially for tomorrow and as well as Friday. We did end up testing $6.40 on the low, so this is another area you might want to keep an eye on. If we could hold this particular level going into the open tomorrow, then of course we want to look forward to seeing a move going to around $7. You can see clearly as far as resistance is concerned, we saw it here at $6.95. So this is going to be an area to keep an eye on going into tomorrow. If we are able to pass this, then of course I'm going to be looking for a test right at the 21-day EMA at $7.19, and I'll be very curious to see if we're going to have a lot more selling pressure or the buying volume is going to push us up further. But again, this is going to be dependent on having above average volume here. This is why we have been dipping. I want to make sure I really repeat that and you guys get that stuck in your mind. Now, if it decides to pull back from the 640 area you guys have seen before previously, you're going to want to see it hold up support right here around $6. And going below $6, then the next level we could see a proven support will be right here around this 530 level, like I mentioned as well. So if you are going to be trading, make sure you have a game plan and pay attention to those key levels that I was telling you about. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down on the page, short shares availability is at 550,000, updated 14 minutes ago, and the short borrow free rate is at 28.69%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see it has been going down. The close for the 17th, which was last week Friday, it was at 41.99. When we take a look at the close for the 20th, which was on the Monday, it was at 33.71. And then we take into consideration the close, which was yesterday on the Tuesday, it was at 29.83. So yes, BBIG does continue to have short squeeze potential, but one thing we are seeing very clearly here, shorts have been easing up on their position. But of course, this is no surprise due to the fact they've been able to bring the price of this stock down quite a bit. So hey, they're taking some profits on their end. So what we want to look forward to is start seeing some moves to the upside. But like I was saying in previous videos, as long as we continue to have lower volume, then you're going to see some pressure on the stock price. And of course, many shorts are going to benefit from this. So you really want to look out for a reversal, because that's the only way you're going to start seeing this short volume go back to increasing. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we could see on the inflow is at 33.32, and then on the outflow is at 35.23. When we take a look at the breakdown on the inflow side, on the large it was 0.41, on the medium it was 21.89, and then on the small it was at 11.02. When we take a look at the outflow side, on the large it was 0.21, and then on the medium it was 23.62, and then on the small it was at 11.40. So what this tells us right away, we ended up having a surplus on the outflow side for the small. So there is a lot of selling on the retail side. So I want to make sure I'm being clear about that. But also do understand we did not see a ton of volume like we are used to. And now when we take a look at the medium side, again, we see another surplus on the outflow side. And then when we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see institutions loaded up being at 201.94, and we also saw this from the day before. So what I'm seeing clearly here, the stock is pulling back and institutions are loading up on shares while we are seeing a lot of selling on the retail side. And you know what? This type of behavior is nothing new at all. So this is why I say you want to make sure you have a solid entry if you are planning to hold shares. If you have a stock that is known for being a short squeeze target, the last thing that you want to do is buy at the high. This is the wrong way to go about doing things. I know you'll see it in the comment section on a lot of these message boards like Webull, StockTwit saying, hey, pay the ask. Again, that is not benefiting you whatsoever. So this is why you want to be aware of what is the downside risk at? Where is there actually possible areas of support if I'm going to decide to hold on this play? One thing that is very clear, since it's pulled back quite a bit, institutions are saying, hey, this stock is bound to pop again. I'm going to load up on some shares while retail sells and I can get it for cheap. So just knowing that and taking that into consideration, I am not telling you to go out there and buy at these particular levels, but it does show that, hey, we could look forward to seeing a potential spike since institutions are looking for a return on their investment. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, I'm going to continue to keep this play on my watch list. We know already, if we have a lot of buying pressure coming into this play, it can make some very strong moves. But unfortunately, we haven't been seeing that. We've been seeing the stock price pull back due to the fact there is some selling on the retail side. And do keep in mind, this is a play with a lot of shorts that are in it. So the low volume is very beneficial for short sellers. Plus on top of that, driving down the price maximizes their profits. So will they continue to do this further as far as building on their short positions? Most definitely. It is a profitable way to go about doing that since the stock has been pulling back. So with this in mind, I want you to pay attention to key areas. And one of those levels is $6. I know what you're saying, Dre, it hasn't gone down to $6 as of yet, but I'm looking for that to actually be an area of support and also for BBIG to bounce off of it. If it doesn't bounce off $6, if it decides to pull back that far, then it could easily get down to $5.30. Yes, I'm being very clear, $5.30. But if it's able to actually use $6.40 as support, hold down that level, and then try to make that move going back to $7, that would be the most preferable bullish case scenario here. As far as for the high on the day, it was just under $7. I think it was around $6.95. So again, going into tomorrow, that's going to be a psychological area. I'm passing that level. Then maybe we can look forward to seeing some more volume in the stock. Because like I was saying, it needs to pass these key levels. So getting to 7, then going to 8, then going to 9 will bring the attention of more traders, and we can have more volume coming through the stock and then push this price up. But if we're not getting getting that volume, I know I sound like a broken record here, then it's either this stock is going to stay flat or it's going to pull back further. I want to be clear. I want to be transparent because I know you're not going to be hearing this on YouTube. Many people are going to say, no matter what, it's holding to the moon. Hold your shares. Be a part of the group. Blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it is your money. You should be able to come up with the best decision that is right for you. Do not be influenced by people that are not looking out for your best interest. This is why on this channel, I am completely honest with you guys and I present the facts and the numbers so you can come up with the right informed decision. So if you are inside of this play, just know about the volatility. Hell, what are we talking about? You're already used to the volatility, but keep an eye on it. Know those support levels we talked about inside of the technicals. And I really want to see some volume come into this play because I do see the potential inside of this stock to move. So I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll be talking real soon.